My lovers, Virgo Nation and their lovers, welcome to your February 2021 astrological sign update. Now, Virgo, their lovers, whoever's watching this, remember when you're watching these readings for love, you're not just going to watch your sun sign, okay? All right, somebody's going through an awakening. You're not just somebody's under judgment as well. You're not just going to watch your sun sign, you're going to watch your sun, moon, Venus, and your rising sign. And then you're going to watch your person's placements in those areas, because when it comes to soul connections, the energies can definitely be flipped or vice versa. And they can also be mirrored or shared between you guys, especially when it comes to twins, because usually you're powering through the same issue, just on different levels of consciousness. And then you're not going to box yourself in, quite frankly. You're just going to go with the flow. And if there's a title that calls to you, you just go towards it, because that's your spirit guides trying to guide you to a particular message. Now remember, this reading is general. Like thousands of people are going to watch it, like literally. So put on your discernment cap, and your guides, source energy, will let you know which messages are for you and which ones are not. Okay? Nice. And usually within the first 5 minutes, you can tell us if it's for you or not. Okay. So underneath the deck, we have a high priestess coming through, which quite frankly is one of my Virgo cards, because Virgo has access. Virgo is the maiden. She is Persephone. Remember Persephone living in the underworld with Hades for 6 months and then living in the heavens. Okay. So Virgo always has access to so many different worlds, which is why Virgo needs to be very careful, especially with their spiritual protection. Okay. Because they have access. They can vibrate incredibly low, and they can also vibrate incredibly high. They have access. They are the natural mystic. Okay. Natural mystical powers. Virgo and also Cancer. Now, what came on for you, Virgo? There's something negative that you need to release, because the music that came on for you when I started, it says, manifest miracles and release negativity, emotional, physical, healing music. All right, so that's what you're called to do at this time. Whatever doesn't serve you, Virgo, especially if it's addictions and so on, this is your time. And I know it's easy for me to say, but this is your time to do that, the deepest healing. Okay, this is what you're called to do at this time. And the general message that's been coming out for the collective is, if it doesn't bring you joy, release it. That's a philosophy of I think her name is Marie Kondo. She does like help people organize and clean spaces. If it doesn't bring you joy, throw it away. All right, so this is a message from the higher self. So we start with a holistic view of your person. So that's the higher self there, a message from the higher self. That's my divine counterparts and separation deck. We're going to go into my emotional intelligence deck, and we're going to get a message from the emotional body, not necessarily connected to you. What we're doing right now is building a snapshot of your person, and that's going to tell you exactly what's going on with their life and who they are in this current moment. We're going to see what they're healing right now. And as I said, it's very instructive to watch these readings twice, because especially if you're a twin, because most often they're mirroring what you are also struggling with. So what they're healing is probably what you are healing, or what you need to heal as well. Okay. Then we're going to see what are they experiencing right now on their twin flame soulmate journey. That's my twin spirits deck. And then we're going to see what's happening in their environment, especially their home environment, their family. Could be the family that they grew up with, or it could be they have their own family. Whatever comes through from spirit is what you need to hear. Remember, we're not allowed to spy, but we are allowed to receive messages for our highest good that spirit is going to give us. So in these readings, you won't always get everything that's happening in the person's life. It's what you need to know to make decisions for yours. Woo. All right, we have a Cain and Abel. So this is a sibling rivalry coming through, a house divided. Okay, so we have Cain and Abel. Somebody else had that. I can't remember at this point in time. And since I want to know, I'll turn over this one. It's time to be vulnerable. So there's some kind of truth being spoken here. There's some kind of sibling rivalry or some kind of some kind of contention in the family between soul tribe members. And then we're going to get a message from a person's 3D self. And this is the Naked Flame Healing Messages from Angelic Revelation 144. And this deck is the Family Feud deck that was created by one of our soul sisters, Tiffany, and I have the link down below. Naked Flame Healing Messages. Okay. If you're interested in purchasing a deck, 160 cards. Amazing deck. All right, so the message from the higher self. Now this person's breaking free from something, which is quite interesting because remember, the message is to release negativity. So they are about to stand in their power because we have 44. Okay, 44 reduced to 8. So that's a strength card. Okay, some of you guys might be dealing with a Leo, but this person is standing in their power and they are breaking free from some kind of codependent energy. Okay, some kind of toxic relationship in their life, some kind of addiction. So they are releasing negativity. Okay, and also 44 is the vibration of the Emperor twice. Okay, so this is about them taking charge of their life. We're going to see what they're going to be breaking free from. Now, when we look at their emotional body, we've seen assertive. So this really dovetails with what we're seeing here because you can't get assertive like the Emperor. The Emperor takes charge. He's the epitome of taking charge because he's using all his resources to take charge. Remember, the Emperor is the King of Pentacles, so that's financial and material resources. He is the King of Cups, so that's emotional resources. He is the King of Fire, so that is your spiritual energy, your motivation. And he is the King of, the King of Air, which is about communication, it's about truth, it's about expression. All right. So this person that we're tapping into, they're using all their resources, everything that they've learned, okay, to break free from something that had them bound and trapped, and they're heading towards freedom. Lady Liberty there. Now, what are they healing? All right, so we're looking at an avoidant personality. All right, so we're tapping into someone who is conflict avoidant. And because they are conflict avoidant, this person, they may hold back from speaking their truth, but it looks like this is something they're overcoming if they're being assertive, okay? But this is what they're healing. They might hold back from speaking their truth because maybe in childhood they found that speaking their truth only got them into trouble anyway. So they know to shut down. They don't share their feelings with anyone. And they may avoid emotional entanglements altogether. So we're looking at someone who's also intimacy avoidant. Because as far as they see, every time they confide in someone else or be vulnerable with someone else, they get fucked over. So this person has learned to live behind a mask or learned to live within a shell, okay? Or have learned to put up with untenable circumstances because they don't want to face the situation head on. But this is something that they are healing, and they're healing that by facing that fear head on. What are they experiencing on their journey? Divine timing. Spirit's telling them it's time. It's time. It's time to break free. It's time for union. It's time to make a move, shake a leg. It's time to express yourself because this card is blue. This is a throat, right? It's time to be your authentic self. It's time to speak. Okay? So this person is getting a big push from the universe right now. I really feel is to release codependency. However the form that codependency comes in, they're getting the push that they need to release that right now. Now we have Cain and Abel coming through. All right, so this is some kind of sibling rivalry, some kind of contention within a family unit. And it looks like they're about to speak some truth because Spirit is telling them it's a time to be vulnerable. And it looks like their truth is also going to encourage others to speak their truth and to be authentic as well. And this is going to usher in a lot of healing in their family unit and the setting of boundaries. I heard boundaries. Okay, so we're going to pull some cards on these. And then there's a message from their 3D self, Virgo, or whoever's watching this. My family doesn't approve of our relationship and it is making it difficult. Ultimately, I know I have to do what makes me happy because this is my life and I have to live it. So I think your person may have been bound, Virgo, their lover, by some kind of family opinion. They want the approval of their family. Maybe there's always been a sibling rivalry, okay, and they felt that they needed to comply to get the approval and their love, the conditional love of parents or family members or whatever it is. But now they're breaking free from that and realizing, yeah, they have a throat chakra issue. One second. They're breaking free and realizing they have one life in this particular body, having this particular experience. Everybody around them that's trying to control their life has already made their decisions. So why are they trying to now control their own? So this person, they're asserting themselves in every single way. And to everyone. I don't think this is limited to their family. I think this is spilled over to their work life, their spiritual life. This is someone who's deciding it's my life and I'm going to be as authentic as possible in this particular lifetime. I have to learn my lessons. And you only learn lessons by you taking a leap of faith and listening to your own intuition. Okay? Because you are the one that has to live on 100% with the consequences of your actions. This is what this person is realizing right now. All right, so let's go into this breaking free. But there's definitely a throat chakra issue that's happening here. What's this card? Of course, there is a throat chakra issue. The Knight of Swords reverse. This is the card of the pathological liar. So this is someone who has had a problem being authentic, who may have had a problem telling the truth, showing the real self to the world because they have always been working towards or seeking the approval of people, especially their family members. Okay, so let's have a look. What are they breaking free from? Okay, so they're breaking free from some sort of untenable or emotionally or even financially unstable situation, or a situation where there was inequity in terms of equal give and take, because Temperance is a card of balance. Now, Temperance is also a card of karma. So there's also a karmic situation that they're breaking free from right now. Okay, that's Sagittarian energy there. Okay, and they're going deep within. That's you, Virgo. So it looks like, Virgo, you are a catalyst. Whoever's watching, you are a catalyst for this person breaking free from some kind of karmic situation. And they're setting healthy boundaries with you, with the people in their life, people at work. They're setting healthy boundaries because they're realizing that their energy is precious and that they need to protect it. Okay? So they are asserting themselves, standing in their power. And if it's one card about standing in their power, it is the Nine of Wands, because this is like the minor arcana to the Strength card. Okay? So they're standing in their power, speaking their truth, protecting themselves from very toxic situations. Okay, look them here. Ace of Wands, taking charge, manifesting a new beginning for themselves, doing some kind of creative project, and look, taking charge again. And again, manifesting a new beginning. Manifesting, this person might have been dealing with some kind of master manipulator in their life. And I've now dubbed the King of Cups reverse, because in my readings, all reverse court cards are karmic energies, okay? Now, and the King of Cups reverse is, I've dubbed him the Covert Narcissist, okay? So this is someone, they like to act like the victim. They are the ones that will gaslight you. They will do the guilt trips, you know, those kinds of things. They're not all out there, okay? Not like the overt narcissist that you can spot from a mile away. No, they're not all out there. You know, they're not like that. They're really different. They're the sneaky ones, and for me, they're kind of more dangerous because these are the ones that you don't see coming. So they're guilt tripping you, gaslighting you, all the emotional machinations, all the reverse psychology. This is Scorpio in its ill-dignified aspect. Because remember, Scorpio, I keep telling you guys, Scorpio, they're born with that PhD in psychology. They know how to work you over from since they're a baby. Okay? But when they start using that for evil, or using that for the dark, or not standing in their power, when a Scorpio is not mature and they start abusing that gift, they can wreak havoc. They can wreak havoc. They will have you in so many twists and turns. So it looks like your person was dealing with some kind of narcissistic energy like that, and they're breaking free from that right now. They're asserting themselves. Now, what are they healing? They're healing some kind of avoidant personality. Yes. Because they want to reunite or reconcile with a soulmate. Okay? So they're facing their fears, they're facing their emotions, and it looks like they want to have some kind of conversation with you. I think they're also having conversations with some kind of narcissistic family, some kind of dysfunctional family, because there's some childhood wounding here that they need to process. Them having these conversations with you and with the people in their life is what's going to pave the way for a new beginning. This is how they are going to be able to close off this avoidance cycle once and for all. That cycle of disregarding their emotions or pushing their emotions away. That cycle of being conflict avoidant and being a people pleaser. That cycle of not taking charge of their life, procrastination. They're saying goodbye to all of that through asserting themselves and having these much needed conversations. And Spirit says it's time. Spirit says it's time. They can't put this off any longer. It's time. Okay? It's time for them to be stable. It's time for them, all that in and out energy, and they're not sure what they're meant to do and all of that. No, Spirit saying it's time. It's time to express your feelings. It's time to speak up. Ooh. Right? All the confusion that you have in your head, it's time to choose a cup. Yeah. Spirit's telling them it's time to choose a cup. It's time. Make a choice. Now, in their family dynamic, we have Cain and Abel. So this looks like some kind of sibling rivalry, but it just speaks to contention in the family unit generally. And this person's walking away from that shit. Remember, if it doesn't bring you joy, throw it away. So there are even some family members right now that this person is separating from. Now, I spoke about the covert narcissist, and this is my overt narcissist card, the King of Swords reverse. So it looks like besides these covert narcissists that they may have been dealing with, especially in their love relationships, it looks like at home they had some overt narcissists that they were dealing with. Okay, everybody wants to get that one up on the other. Everybody operating an ego. Everybody trying to outdo the other because they're competing for affection. Your person saying, no, I'm just done. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Right now, I'm just going to please myself. And it looks like this is a pattern that they endured for their whole childhood. They're no longer going to sabotage themselves. They are ending the cycle. So that cycle of sibling rivalry, that cycle of competition, trying to gain the favor of their parents or a karmic partner, whatever it is, it's done. It's over. They're just going to please themselves. Because in reality, you can't make anyone happy. You can only be happy with yourself. It's impossible. And it's time to be vulnerable. So it looks like they're going to be speaking their truth. Yeah, they're going to be speaking up about some sort of betrayal that they endured in the past. Possibly with a father figure or whoever held the masculine energy in the household. But this is the gold digging karmic, okay? So it looks like they're about to speak their truth with some gold digging karmic, and this is going to bring some big karmic cycle in their life to an end. Yeah, it looks like before they were confused, but now they know it's just too toxic. They got to release this. It's just too toxic. There's no stability here. There's nothing to be gained. There's no joy here. And therefore, it needs to be released. Now, they're saying that their family doesn't approve of you. Whatever the ideals are of that, family unit, and what they think a partner should be and all of that, it looks like, Virgo, whoever's watching this, you don't quite fit into that. But your person is saying, fuck that. I'm going towards true love. Okay? So whatever the family's expectations of their partner is, they don't really give a fuck right now. They're deciding to live their life and be with whoever Spirit is guiding them to be with. They're listening to their intuition. We have the High Priestess here. Okay? And with that, they're releasing some kind of baggage. Maybe their parents or their family members had some kind of expectations about who they needed to be with, and who that person needed to look like, and how much money they needed to make, and how much education they needed to have, or whatever, to be with you. They're releasing that burden. They're going to allow themselves to be guided. And look, you here, Virgo. So this is them coming towards you. Some of you dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, but this is also, as I told you, Virgo is a natural mystic. I also read it as Virgo and Taurus. Okay, because they have access. So let's have a look now at your person's heart space. Okay, heart space energy for you, Virgo. When they think about you, they think about this connection. Where is their heart at? Where is their heart at, Virgo? Let me look at my time. Okay, beautiful. Where's their heart at? Underneath the deck. The Hierophant reverse. Some of you guys dealing with a Taurus. So it looks like they're either in the middle of learning some kind of spiritual lesson, or there's some sort of contract that they are breaking to move forward with their life. Yeah, there's some kind of contract with a narcissist, the overt narcissist, the King of Swords in reverse, that they are breaking off. There's some kind of breakup they're having right now in their life. The heart space energy for you. Whoever's watching this. We have the Three of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have the Ace of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. And we have the Justice in reverse. Okay, so it looks like right now they're heartbroken. Now, your person might be dealing with a karmic. We have the Justice card in reverse here. They might be in the middle of some kind of karmic cycle here. And it looks like they're absolutely heartbroken because they know that they made a wrong choice. Now, this person might have done you an injustice, Virgo, watcher. Okay, they might have done you an injustice in the past, and they want to make things right. So they're standing in their power. They're going in a different direction because remember, this is when someone takes a wand from the Two of Wands. Okay, so they're moving in a different direction, away from some kind of third party energy, because it looks like they weren't receiving whatever they were putting out there. Okay, so whereas you might have been the overgiver in the situation, it looks like they were in another situation where they were the overgiver, and they're moving away from that. They're standing in their power. They are demanding equity in a situation. If they don't get that equity, it looks like they're about to manifest something new. They could be working on a creative project as well. But right now they're heartbroken because it looks like they were connected to some sort of third party. Yeah, look at karmic here. Okay. Libra energy. Whew. Yeah, there's a big Tower moment that's happening for your person right now. But it's to allow them to gain the higher perspective and to release some sort of third party situation. We have this Ace of Wands that's happening here. There's a lot of drama that's happening in their life. And this could be the sibling rivalry or the family conflict that's happening. But your person, they're not backing down. They have their own staff and they are going to use it. They may not have had a weapon before, but now they know they have to fight for their freedom. Okay, yeah, it looks like they're breaking up with someone. Four of Wands in reverse. They're absolutely heartbroken, but they know that this is absolutely necessary in order to move forward and reunite with their true love. Yeah, they were in some kind of karmic cycle that they were stuck in for a long time. For some of them, it was it's some kind of dysfunctional family. This is coming to an end. They're wrapping up this, okay? Because, and it keeps coming out, Six of Cups. They want reconciliation with their true love. So everything is happening. Spirit saying divine timing is now. Everything is happening so that they can move towards, look at here again, can move towards true love. Everything is happening for that to happen. How are you blocking this connection right now? Because we're going to focus on our circle of control. We don't have any influence or power over anyone else. Okay, they're a sovereign being. All right, so we're going to look at how are you blocking this connection, Virgo, or whoever's watching this. All right, so some of you are also with a karmic, and this is the Queen of Wands reverse. This is the karmic most likely to abuse their spiritual gifts. This is a karmic most likely to exploit their sexuality to control. This is a karmic most likely to use their purse strings to influence or control a situation. This is a karmic that's most likely to be physically abusive. Okay, so it looks like you have somebody like that in your life, in your sphere. That could even be a boss. Okay, that can be a parent, or it could just be you, Virgo, not taking action, not standing in your power. Okay, not living up to your creative potential. Take it however it resonates. How are you blocking this connection, Virgo or Watcher? Magician in reverse. And I do think that this card will be you not standing in your power. You are not using all the tools in your toolbox, because this is you, right? Virgo and Gemini, right? You're not using all the tools in your toolbox to make shit happen. Now, this could be a card about communication, because Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury. Okay, so maybe there's some kind of communication that you're meant to bring to a particular situation and you're not doing it. Now, this is also another card of someone misusing their spiritual gifts. You could be using your spiritual gifts, or you might be trying to control or manipulate a situation right now. But actions like that will only manifest more karma. I'm just letting you know that. Now, because the music that came on for you is release negativity, some of you guys might need clearance. Somebody might be doing because these are two cards of people, some people abusing their spiritual power, okay? So some of you might have some kind of spell work or negative attachment. So you might need to clear yourself, okay? You might need to clear yourself. How are you blocking the connection, Watcher? Five of Swords, you're sabotaging yourself. Sabotaging yourself with your thoughts, your insecurities. You might be playing mind games with somebody. And this lines up with that Magician in reverse too. And again, as long as they start doing that, you know, there are karmic consequences. Somebody going to come back and try to fuck you over the same way. All right? So if it is that you're playing mind games, you're trying to manipulate someone or control a situation, it's only going to attract more karmic lessons and more karmic consequences. So I'm just letting you know that. So if you're in a karmic cycle, you just see that karmic cycle lengthen, and then a new module in that will begin. Okay? All right. So based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be your person's actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We got the Devil. That's Capricorn. And we have the Page of Swords. I don't think they're going to be making any move towards you. I don't think so. I think this person feels very much bound to you and very much attached to you in a kind of codependent, obsessive kind of way. But they ain't saying shit. They're stalking, they're lurking, they want to talk, but they ain't saying shit. They ain't saying shit. They're not saying anything. Let's pull a couple cards on that and see why. See that Ace of Swords in reverse. Why is it in reverse? Okay, let's see. They're just not making the effort. Why? They want to talk to you. They want to talk about their feelings, but they're not making the effort. They feel very conflicted. Why? They want to talk to you, but they don't want to make the effort. This person has a lot of pride. Yeah, they're prideful because they want to talk to you, but they don't want to put themselves out there. Even though they're very much attached to you in a not so healthy kind of way. For some of them, they're still going to be dealing with this overt narcissist there. So they're still wrapping up that cycle there. Okay? That's what I'm seeing. They're still going to be wrapping up a cycle. So it looks like they're going to be working on themselves and working on detaching themselves from some kind of addiction or some kind of toxic situation. And they don't want to drag you into that shit. That's what I'm seeing. All right. So let's get the advice for you. So I don't think that you're going to hear from this person a month from you watching this reading. They're not going to be reaching out. That's what I see there. Okay? Because they're going to be dealing with some kind of toxic situation in their life. For some of them, it is an addiction. Whether it's some kind of substance or addiction to validation. There's some kind of addiction that's going on that they need to deal with. And they should deal with that before they come towards you. What's the advice for you? They're saying co-create. So every time I see this card, this is about some kind of spiritual project that Spirit wants you to ground. So let's see what it is. Card number 40. So that's the Emperor again, huh? Card number 40. 44. It says co-create. Connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you would never have come to on your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. So Spirit is saying half of what we spoke about here, if not all of what we spoke about here, also pertains to you, Virgo, because they are your direct mirror. And that's what I was telling you about before, right? They're your direct mirror. But they're also letting you know that this experience that you went through, this person is showing you something different about yourself, but they're also giving you some kind of creative idea. Okay? Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You're going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique piece of art now. The very embodiment of beauty. So this person and everything beautiful that you see in your person, its spirits remind you it is also within you. And everything that your person needs healing, the areas that your person needs healing in. And Spirit is also saying it's also a direct reflection. This connection has come into your life for both of you guys to transform. Okay? Both of you guys to transform. And Spirit is saying they're right behind you, guiding you every step of the way. There's something beautiful that's about to hatch here. Okay? And it is being directed by Spirit. And Spirit is telling you also, it is divine timing. So whatever you need to do to heal, it's time to do that. Because your person is also doing that. Okay? It looks like both of you guys are aligning for some kind of union. All right, my loves, that was your reading. I hope that helped you. Take care.